class, let's take a few minutes and chat about what is going on this week. So, first off, you should have submitted your group setup assignments last night. Thank you for everyone that submitted them. If they haven't been submitted, they need to be sent ASAP. I plan to go through those in just a little bit and provide you feedback on the topics that you selected so that you can go ahead and get started on the literature review. Do not, I repeat, do not start your literature review until you receive approval on your topics. I don't want you to go down a path and begin research and only to find out that you actually have to change your topic, because that would be frustrating for you. So I'll provide you feedback on those topics. In some cases, the topics will need to be changed or amended slightly in order to work for this class, and there are some topics that just won't work, but you will have all the information you need as soon as I finish doing that feedback. You may also notice that there's a little issue with the feedback. Maybe one group member receives the feedback and no one else does. That's because there's currently a glitch within Canvas with that particular assignment and assigning grades to all the group members. So it's likely that one person receives the grade and no one else does, and that's just for a few days while we get that sorted out. But just so you know, like all of our group assignments, the same grade earned by one person on a group assignment is applied to everyone else. So just keep that in mind. If you have one group member that says they got 100% and someone else has no grade, we're just working out the kinks in the system. Okay, so you're going to be starting your literature review as soon as you receive feedback on your topic selection. As you do this, think of the literature review as a funnel. You want the most basic, general information first, and then you want to funnel it down into the specific information. In some cases, it will make sense, actually in most cases, it will make sense for you to identify different subtopics within your topic and create headings within that literature review to help group the information. Remember, four or so of you are writing this paper separately. It needs to sound as if one person has written it. So maybe your topic is heart disease and several people found information on diet and several people found some on exercise and genetics, etc. You don't want to group it so all of person A's information here, all of person B's information, and then all of person C's. You want to make it so all of the related topics are together. It's very important that we group like information together in this class so it flows in a coherent way. One of the other things that's very important for making this literature review successful is an editor. So if you haven't already selected a group member to be the editor, it is time to select that person. That person is vital to your success this semester. That's not to say this person needs to be perfect, but this person needs to step up and be willing to be the voice of your paper. They need to be the one that goes through and makes sure that it sounds like one person wrote it. And in a lot of cases, the best way to do that is to read the entire paper document out loud and make changes as needed. That's a really fast and easy way to catch things that might not sound correct, or places where you need a period, a comma, where you have a typo, things like that. Reading it out loud seems really silly, but you want to do it because it will really make things easier and more professional and polished in the end. You will also be working on your research questions this week. And as you do that, think about what you can realistically do for this class. You can't do any medical testing. So if you want to know if someone participates in this diet, how much weight will they lose, you don't actually have a way of testing it. You do have a way of testing their perception and awareness of things. So for example, if you want to know, does someone participating in the keto diet really affect their weight? You can't do that. But you could say, what is population X's perception of the keto diet as it relates to weight loss or continued weight loss or sustained weight loss, something like that. Because perception is something that we can evaluate using a survey. Fact like blood pressure, weight loss, things like that, we cannot do. So as you're looking at that, please keep that in mind. Please keep in mind also that these research questions need to be very specific. And by specific, I mean you need to be looking at a specific thing with a specific population. So you can't say, do people know about RSV? You need to say to what extent are, insert population, BYU Idaho students, Americans ages 21 through 35, something like that, aware of the complications associated with RSV. So in that case, you're looking at a specific group and you're looking at a specific factor. You're looking at complications related to RSV, not RSV in general. You need to break these topics down a little bit further so that the research questions can be answered. In most cases, your group will come up with 3 to 5 research questions. In a lot of cases, you'll have one overarching question and then some, which we'll refer to as the umbrella question, and then some smaller topics within that. And that is okay. We will work on that. Remember that these research questions are going to guide your entire project. And so when I ask you to rewrite them, because you will all be asked to rewrite them, it is not because I want to be annoying, though you may all think I enjoy being annoying by the end of the semester. It's because I want these to be a strong foundation so that you can move forward. If the research questions are wrong, then the other portions of the paper won't be as good. So we need to make sure we get that right. Just know the research question draft that you submit needs to be good. We can't begin with some useless placeholder information and build something successful from there. Your group needs to make an honest effort with this assignment. And if you think that I can spend 20 minutes on this research question and the rest of my time needs to be spent on the literature review, well, a vast majority of your time will be spent on that literature review. Make sure that you budget about 20% of the time that you're planning for this particular group of assignments for those research questions. As a group, you need to talk through them. You need to be on the same page so that when we discuss what changes need to be made, you all have a basic understanding and some buy-in for the research project. So if you have any questions about what's happening this week, please let me know. If you send an email and you don't get a response, please follow up with that email. I apologize. We found out last week that my family is moving from Texas to Georgia, and so it's unexpected and things are a little bit hectic. My goal is to not let that affect the classroom at all. I just want to make you aware. So if it's been more than 24 hours and you haven't received a response, please let me know. In some cases, you haven't received a response because maybe it doesn't warrant a response. So go back through and look at that email that you sent and see if it requires a response back. I want to make sure that you have all the answers to your question. But in some cases, for example, if you're just informing me that something happened, like for example, an assignment was submitted late, I probably won't respond just because we both know that I know you submitted it late. And on that same note, Canvas does send me a notification and mark any of your assignments that are submitted late. So we can't fly under the radar with late assignments. And in this class, we have a policy, and actually across all 391 classes, both on campus and online, that late work is not accepted. So for the last few weeks, we have been lenient with late work, but no more late work will be accepted. So please make sure that that is not happening. But again, if I miss your email, please let me know, and I will go ahead and get you a response as soon as possible. And if you have any questions about items that have been submitted, quiz grades, etc., I'm happy to take a few minutes and go back through and look at those assignments and answer your questions. I hope that you have a great week. Best of luck with this literature review assignment and working with your group.